You're not mentally exhausted because life is hard. You're mentally exhausted because your mind never turns off. Even when nothing is happening, something inside you keeps running and you don't know how to stop it. You told yourself, I'll rest when things calm down. But the truth is, things don't calm down because you don't know how to rest. This isn't a workload issue, it's a control issue. Here's how this actually plays out. You replay conversations long after they end. You think through every possible outcome that could possibly happen, just in case. You lie down tired and wake up tired. Your body rests, but your mind stays constantly on duty. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You're too responsible. You're hyper responsible. Your mind believes if it stops working, something will fall apart in your world. Good news is, Scripture names this clearly. Be still and know I am God. Be still. That's not poetic language. That's structure. Stillness isn't relaxation. It's relinquishing control. The Bible consistently shows that exhaustion increases, constantly increases, when humans try to carry the outcomes that God never assigned to them. Overthinking isn't intelligence, it's misplaced responsibility. Some things are not yours to tend to. Your mind is tired because it's trying to play God. You need to know that there are certain things that are just not going to fix your mental exhaustion. You know, having better time management is good. Being organized, wonderful. But it's not going to fix exhaustion if you won't allow God to be God in your life. You know, not even positive thinking is going to help you. More information, there's information everywhere in this world. And yet here we are still restless, still struggling to be at peace. You've got to understand that rest is what you need. If you call rest unproductive, if you think rest is not important, why don't you read the beginning of the Bible, the first chapter? Why don't you pick up the 12 codes of creation? The book that's available. If you go to our website, kingdommovement.com/12 codes, get that, because that is something that's going to help you to understand you're exhausted, not because you're lazy, not because you don't care, but because you're trying to do too much. None of those things that I mentioned teaches your nervous system that it's safe to let go, that it's safe to calm down, that it's safe to turn off. And without that safety, the mind's not going to stop. You know, I built Move Past the Past for moments like this. When your mind keeps carrying yesterday, tomorrow, and everything in between. It's not about discipline, it's about release. You can access this free experience at kingdommovement.com/move whenever you're ready. Here's a better question. Not how do I stop thinking, but what responsibility am I refusing to put down? When responsibility shifts back to God, rest is no longer forced. Rest becomes real for not just your body, but also for your mind. The version of you who moves forward next isn't necessarily sharper, not necessarily more tactful or more resourceful. Your future you is quieter, more clear. Your future you is going to stop rehearsing control, start trusting God's space in your life. Remember, this throne only points to one thing: your royalty. Live royal, fam. Love y'all.